because people are becoming so mentally rooted. They're becoming so deeply mental in their character. One of the consequences of this is that motivational industry is booming. This was actually kind of unheard of 12 years ago in India. Now motivational speakers have become rock stars. They gain much more momentum in social media. That is only a consequence of people becoming mentally rooted. Now they seek mental boost, instant gratification. And unfortunately, spiritual teachers, they will also end up talking motivation. They don't realize it. And they will do it in the name of Vedanta also. Again, I will take a name. I don't know how many of you have heard him. Have you heard Acharya Prashant? Yes, sir. There is one. He is very popular on YouTube. He tells few things sensibly. I have not heard him in detail. I heard because one of my students was following him for many years, and she used to come and tell me he tells like this, he tells like this. But I never bothered to go and watch as to what actually he says. He's a very popular spiritual teacher. I think he's now the biggest YouTuber he has in Hindi channel. I think he has a lot of followers. So finally, very recently, just 2 3 weeks ago, I decided, okay, let me see what he's saying. Till then, I had heard only a few clips here and there. Then I heard half an hour video. There, somebody was asking him about how to become mentally strong, how to become mentally, emotionally strong. And the way he addressed it, the way he approached it, is very similar to what motivational speakers do, but he was doing it in the name of spirituality, in the name of Vedanta. So, what he did was, he said, you are strong. Okay, just like telling you are Brahman already. He said, you are already strong. Weakness. So, where is this weakness coming? Weakness is coming to you from the outside. Because what you are is not weakness. You are strong. You're already strong. So, weakness is coming to you from the outside, from the world. So, it is a society making you weak. Others are telling you things. Sometimes they will even tell you positive things and make you weak. So, he told many, many things. This is so fundamentally off. Now, suppose I'm talking to 100 people and I'm telling you, you are strong, weakness is coming to you from the outside. Now, each of those 100 people will think, weakness is coming to me from these 99 people. I am strong. And each of them will think, from where is weakness coming then? It's coming from the trees, is it? If I am strong, you are strong, everybody is strong already. And you say weakness is coming from the outside. Which outside? Is it coming from the air or some plants or something? Spirituality is not to get people into this me versus the world mode. If you get into that mode, that is motivational talk. To make you feel heroic, I will talk like this. I will tell world is bad, you have to fight your way out of it. Everybody has bad influence on you. You should, fight with them, push them back. You be strong. This is motivational talk. This is not at all the way a spiritual teacher is supposed to speak. And unfortunately, he was speaking like that. The moment you get people into this me versus the world mode, it is no more spiritual. Spirituality means getting your attention upon yourself. Whatever you are feeling, whatever you are going through, you are supposed to look at yourself. Why am I making up these experiences? Why is my feeling like this? It is not coming to you from outside. Outside may give you a stimulus, it may give you a trigger, but it is not giving you weakness. See, it amounts to saying, to tell you are strong, weakness is coming to you from outside, amounts to saying the same thing as you are bliss, sorrow is coming to you from outside. So, next, what you will do now? You'll go on fighting with the whole world, trying to fight sorrow or weakness or whatever. I am blissful, weakness or sorrow is coming to me from outside. This will get you into me versus the world. And this makes people feel good. This is an instant gratification. Last month or 2 months ago, I made a podcast and somebody asked me, what are the things to look for, red flags to look for in spiritual teachers? That time I told, if somebody gives you comfort and solace, it's not spirituality. But there is one more thing, opposite thing also. If they try to, pump you up, incite you, make you feel heroic as if you're going to fight the world and all this, that is also not spirituality. Spirituality is to get your attention upon yourself. What I am doing wrong, why am I feeling like this? So this is another thing which is happening. See, whenever this happens, you can keep this one thing, simple thing. I will tell this and I will finish. Whenever these such words are used for mind, whether strength and weakness, or some others will talk in terms of purity, impurity. You can talk of these things. See, strictly speaking, there is nothing objectively wrong with it. You can speak all these languages about the purity of the mind or the strength of the mind, but you just keep this one thing in mind, and it will sort out many things. Body is a faculty you have, mind is a faculty you have. Is a tool. Now you see what is your intention, what is your desire with any of the instrument you have. Look at the world outside. What is it that you want from the world? What is it that we are trying to do when we invent new things, when we try to rearrange matter and come up with new inventions? What is it that we try to do with? For example, we want, we would wish for a particular type of glue which will stick very strongly when I want, but it will come off very easily when I want to remove it. You want that kind of glue, isn't it? You don't want a glue which will only stick, and now you have to do a lot of circus to separate it. So your intention or your aim in doing these inventions, it make things more and more convenient. So what you are looking for is not strong tool or a weak tool or a liquid tool or a solid tool or a big tool or a small tool. You want tool to be versatile. Fundamentally, that's all it is. The more versatile it is, the more convenient it is. That is the whole circus we are trying to do with the engineering the world, making it more convenient. So our ultimate aim, finally, if it is possible to do it, is to program matter itself. Suppose I have something in my hand, this is a mouse. I want to press some button and this mouse should change into a table, maybe something. That's my ultimate aim, that matter should be programmable. It should become so convenient, I should be able to change one thing to another. Are you following? That is the unconscious objective. And that has been kind of achieved with this new material called plastic. Plastic is a material which you can mold and remold however you want, how many ever number times you want. That's why it is plastic. It has plasticity. It can be molded and remolded and bent and whatever. You can make it extremely hard material. You can make it extremely elastic and soft material. You can turn it into any shape. You can do many things with it. That is the reason why we came up with plastic. Finally, we want things to be versatile, convenient, and all these things. But finally, what is it that happened with plastic? See, we ran after convenience so that we have something which can be recycled and remolded. But what is it that finally we did? Once we came up with such a material, we are no more recycling it and remolding it, because producing new becomes so easy. So we'll go on producing. Who will recycle? Who will again put heat and melt it and mold it again? So some kind of laziness set in, some kind of indifference set in. Now we are going on producing plastic, and as a result, ecology is choking. So much problem is happening because we are overproducing this versatile material. It was supposed to be the most versatile and convenient and helpful. But instead of recycling it, we went on producing it. Producing became easier. Why I am giving this example is what we are doing with mind is exactly the same. The same thing is happening. Same pattern is repeating in the mental space. See, materially, we can anyway not produce. I don't know in the future if they do or not. But we, as of now, we cannot have a matter which can be at the press of a button, the chair will become a table or table will become something else. We don't yet have that versatility with matter. But whatever we call as our psychological faculty is that faculty which has that versatility. So don't make it call it strong or weak or this or big or small. Mind does not qualify for any of these attributes. It is just a tool, and the tool is supposed to be convenient, versatile, useful. That is all. It will be useful only if you keep it. Plasticity. Even in brain, when they talk of brain, they say neural plasticity. You have neural plasticity, which means the neurons they can rearrange themselves, reconfigure themselves. They are not fixed. Once you learn something, it doesn't mean it's fixed. You can dismantle it and do something else. You have neural plasticity, you have psychological plasticity. Plasticity is the only worthwhile quality you should be talking about with respect to the mental faculty. But what we did is the exact same thing. What we did with outwardly with plastic, we did with the mind also. Instead of using this versatile material and molding and remolding it however I want it, we started producing constructs of thought, invest a lot of energy and make it into one form, mold it into one form, but we never recycled it. When we wanted something else, we just put it in the back seat, back burner. We created another thought construct. And as a result, the psychological baggage is becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. Just as Earth is getting choked with plastic, people are getting choked by thought constructs. Even if you are not aware, see, plastic you may throw out of your home and you say you are done with it, but it is not done. Finally, it will choke the planet. So, very similarly, you may think you have forgotten something. You made a very strong identity and you might have forgotten about it. You might have gone on producing newer identities. But this older one won't be gone. It will be there. It will become heavier and heavier over a period of time. So, what we did outwardly with plastic is exactly what we did with our thought process. Instead of keeping the mental space agile, because you see, once you have created a mold to melt it and remold it, you need energy, you need liveliness. So, the more lively you are, the more garbage free the psychological space will be. More plasticity it will have, and more versatile it will be, and the mind can be used very, very efficiently. That is the only thing we should be concerned with. But when you make this, I have covered in the book to some extent. So when you invest a lot of energy and you make constructs of thought, when you make it strong, that very strong entity will make you feel insecure because now this can be hurt, this can be deformed, this can be scratched. If you hold on to a very opinion very strongly, for example, now this opinion can be hurt and done whatever can be done with it. Now, as a result, you will develop insecurity. Just like you have insecurity about the body, you will have insecurity of the mind. Who will attack me psychologically? Because of that fear, now you will feel weak. Because of that weakness, now you will ask this question: how to be mentally strong? And in answer, you are only increasing the problem. Are you realizing? The source of the problem is that we turned mind into a concrete entity. Because of that, now you have the fear that it can be damaged. Because of that fear, you feel weak. Because of that weakness, you ask such questions: how can I be mentally strong? You can, and in response, the answers being given is, you are a hero, you have to fight the world, you are strong. Now your mental space will become much more constipated, much more concrete. This is not the direction a spiritual teacher is supposed to take. And he was advocating this only in the name of spirituality, which was disappointing to see. He has, because he has a lot of followers, and many people say he's very logical, very rational. And I listened to this. What is this? This is pure motivational talk. I am not telling again he's speaking nonsense all the time, but these things fundamentally some things are off. Mind is just a tool. It has to be versatile. If it has to be versatile, it has to be kept plastic. Plasticity has to be there to it. Liveliness has to be there to it. Then it can be used more and more conveniently. The moment you attribute such things to it, strength and purity and these things to mind, your identity with the mind is going on increasing. You are getting more and more deeply lodged into it, telling, I am pure, I am strong, whatever. So that is not, this is a simple thing. Whenever questions come or whenever you hear somebody talking about the mind, you keep this central essential point. It is a faculty, and this the only thing matters is that it has to be convenient, versatile, useful. Strength and purity and whatever else they talk of is unnecessary to talk of with respect to thought or mental space.